It's pretty terrifying when you think about it. All a scammer needs is just a 3-second clip of someone's voice. I'm talking about a tiny snippet from a social media post, maybe even an old voicemail. And that's it. That's enough for them to create a perfect, convincing fake, all so they can try to steal thousands of dollars from the people who love you. So let's break down exactly how they pull this off, and more importantly, how you can stop them cold. Just imagine this for a second. Your phone rings. You pick it up and you hear the terrified voice of your child, or maybe a grandchild. Your stomach just drops. Your first and only instinct is to do whatever it takes to help them, right? No questions asked. But what if that voice, the one you'd recognize anywhere, wasn't real? What if it was a computer? An AI that's perfectly mimicking your loved one, all designed to trick you. Look, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot anymore. This is the new reality of AI voice cloning scams, and we need to talk about what you can do to stay safe. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. This sounds insane, maybe even impossible. But here's the thing. Understanding the trick is always the first step to beating it. So, let's pull back the curtain and see how this high-tech impersonation scam actually works. When you get right down to it, this is really just a high-tech version of a very old scam. The goal is exactly the same. Create a fake emergency, get you to panic, and then trick you into sending money that can't be traced. The only thing that's changed is that the AI makes the impersonation so unbelievably convincing. And this is the part that really gets me. They don't need a long recording. We're talking about 3 seconds of audio. That's it. A short clip from a TikTok, an Instagram story, an old voicemail. That is literally all an AI needs to create a convincing copy of a person's voice. Honestly, this technology is getting so good, so fast, that you just can't trust your ears anymore. That is the new rule. The sound of the voice alone is no longer proof. So if you get a panicked call from a loved one, but it's coming from some weird, unknown number, that right there, that's your biggest red flag. You have to learn to doubt the phone number, because the voice is just too easy to fake now. Okay, so even if the voice sounds absolutely perfect, these scams have really clear, predictable patterns. The scammers aren't nearly as smart as they think they are. Let's walk through the biggest red flags you need to be listening for. All right, here are the 3 big telltale signs. First, they're going to create an insane amount of emotional urgency. Second, you might notice some weird stuff with the audio quality. And third, this is the absolute dead giveaway, they're going to demand payment in really specific, untraceable ways. Let's dig into that first one, the urgency. They do this on purpose. They'll say things like, "You can't tell anyone about this," or "I need the money in the next 10 minutes." It's a tactic, right? It's designed to make you panic so you stop thinking clearly. A real emergency, even a bad one, usually allows you a second to breathe and get help. And that brings us to the ultimate giveaway, how they want to get paid. Scammers always want money in a way that's fast and impossible for you to get back. We're talking wire transfers, crypto, and especially gift cards. Let me be perfectly clear. No real emergency is ever solved by buying a stack of gift cards. If someone asks for them, it is a scam, 100% of the time, no exceptions. When you put them side by side, the difference is pretty stark. A scam call is all about panic and secrecy, coming from an unknown number and demanding weird payments. A real emergency, on the other hand, allows for verification. It usually comes from a number you know, and it involves normal, everyday ways of handling money. So, we know what to look for. But now for the big question. How do we build a defense against this that's basically unbreakable? Well, the good news is, the solution is super simple, it's incredibly effective, and it's a totally low-tech answer to a very high-tech problem. This right here is the single best way to beat an AI voice scam, the family code word. It's just a secret word or phrase that only your immediate family knows. It's simple and it works every single time. Think of it like your personal secret shield against these scammers. And setting one up is so easy. Seriously. First, just pick a word, something memorable for your family, but totally random to anyone else. Like butterscotch or the name of a childhood pet. Second, share it today and explain why it's so important. Then, step 3 is easy. If you get one of these calls, you just ask, "What's the code word?" If they can't answer, boom, scam confirmed. Hang up. But here's the most important part, and you really have to remember this. A code word only works if it's actually a secret. You have to treat it like a password. That means
Never ever sharing it on social media or in a text message or in an email. Keep it safe and keep it offline.
All right, you know the red flags, and hopefully you have your family code word ready to go. Now let's talk about your action plan, the exact 3 steps to take the moment you think you might be on the phone with a scammer. The process is simple, and you have to follow it. The second you feel suspicious, just hang up. Don't argue, don't ask questions, just end the call. Then, immediately call the person back using the number you already have saved for them in your phone. And finally, tell someone. Let other family members know what happened and report the attempt to your local police. And you know what the best part of all this is? Protecting your entire family from this incredibly sophisticated scam doesn't require any fancy software or expensive service. It just takes a 5-minute conversation. That's it. That's all it takes to put this powerful shield in place. And that really brings us to the final, most important question. If you don't have an answer to this right now, make it your #1 priority today. Talk to your family. Set up your code word. It's the simplest, most powerful way to stay safe.